Good morning from Yummy BTV YouTube. And as I said yesterday, that I would deliver today, not so much my final verdict on the saga stroke true crime drama series that unfolded before our very eyes over the last few weeks. Of course, with Liverpool's Danny G walking out of a open prison. Now it's reached a dramatic, well, not so much a dramatic conclusion, but a kind of funny ending to all the speculation surrounding his mindset when he made the decision, for whatever reasons, to walk out of that open prison. Now, if it would have been planned, right, because it's fair to say that it definitely wasn't planned now, right, but if it would have been planned, the first thing that you think when you make a big move like that, to run away, so to speak, is the resources, because Danny G must have a few quid money, or people who have money, so he wouldn't have gone hungry. But before you set off, a real planned thing is that you've got one place that you can get your head down and not being seen so much in public, but, you know, to remain scarce, because half the police stations in England are going to be looking for you because you're really high profile. We safely say that it definitely wasn't planned, right? So it takes the moment that made it seem like a good idea at the time. He walks out and then he's going to be looking for help when he comes out. So it becomes apparent that he stayed at probably 5, 6, 7, 8 different places, mostly up north, but believe that there might have been a night or two in London. So that by being on the run and at large, he decides that he's got to keep it moving so that nobody can follow his tracks. But also, it's a fair point some of you have made as well, that whether he gets a night here and a night there, because there was rumours that he went out the weekend and was dancing in the middle of a club stroke bar, so to speak. I really enjoyed himself. All right, I don't know if it's fact. But what it enables is people don't really want to harbour you because you're high profile, and that police might come around with guns and all that and everything. And, you know, wasn't helping matters to begin with, when everyone said he's coming out for the final stand, he's after this one and that one. There's even rumours that he's got a gun and all that shit, yeah. So people are going to be not wanting him around them too much because of the surveillance and, you know, the heat and the possible outcome and consequences that if you let him stay with you or around you at any time or for a period too long, right? So everybody's a bit scared, which they will be. That's the reality. But it seems now, the poor old Danny G, that he basically felt unjustly doing all those years. He just wanted to see the boys and the girls and, you know, get a little bit of freedom where he feels like he's missed out. It's called emotional immaturity. I did the same thing myself on a day release as a youngster with no plan. And I went back to an address in the evening on the same day and then had to jump out the window. I was arrested straight on the same night, right? After an hour-long chase of trying to get away with dogs and everything, right? Unplanned, but you don't want to go back. You want to stay out. You want to, you know, grab onto some feelings that you dreamed about for all those years in prison. And he is institutionalized. So it's not so much he's not saying poor thinking skills, but his thinking skills regarding wanting to get out. The way that he's done it, obviously the way that I did it, is emotional immaturity, with probably not caring about the consequences and what happens to him when he eventually gets caught. That means then that it's something that something that you barter for half hour, you go for something for half hour, or more preferring something that could last a lifetime, i.e. staying in there waiting gradually for your release, because you wasn't that far away from being released, but we don't know the real reasons. and behind was probably that he was going back into closed conditions. That is the only reasoning behind him walking out in the first place, because I don't believe that he would have made such a decision. But you're laughing because he got arrested in a pub in Wigan, so to speak, amongst a couple of friends. Now, saying that, oh, they must have grasped him and blah, blah. Think about this. The police are going into the pub to come and arrest a high-profile offender like dannygee, with all that talk of him being dangerous, serious. But it's not normal for them to go into a place where there's a crowd to go and get such a high-risk criminal, so to speak. Why not wait till you come outside and do it? You must have known that he never had a weapon then. If he got grasped, then I wouldn't say it was the people that was around him, but it could be them telling other people that they're with Danny, and someone tells someone else, and someone tells them, and they're swarming all around it, the police. And remember, the police sent out red herrings along the last few weeks, seen here. Oh, we heard that, but really they're fishing. But they never let out the real, true evidence that they have, that they're holding on to. It's just a game they play to try and catch the person quicker, if you get what I mean. But to go in a crowded pub and Danny having a pint is almost, I've got to take my hat off to him, man. He just wanted a little time out. But that would be the likelihood, is that they would have had to have tracked him from somewhere to know that he was in there, and to go running in there like that. It's got to be, not saying that it was anyone close to him, but it could be someone close to someone else and someone else and someone else. Don't think he stood a chance now with an unplanned walkabout, if you get what I mean. So in reality, it basically feels like all that for just a day out. Wow, Danny G. And like we said yesterday, we want him out, really. He's served his time for the crime that he did. Unfortunately, they don't really like him anyway, and as they've shown over a long period of time, and they're going to keep him in a bit too long now. That makes it even more unjustified. I mean, if they was real people, they would give him those skills to plan for his future, so that he could resettle and rehabilitate properly. You can't do that many years and not be institutionalized, and your thinking does become kind of childlike. But that's the best I can do on this one. But yeah, sad end, really.